Where's my family? Where's my kin? Can't be lonely in this life of sin. While I'm trying to find the balance in everything. Pursuit talents got blinded while I'm trying to win. All in my bag, all in my swag. Everyone's selfish, everyone brags. Tell me you're leaving, then I go sad. Thought about grieving, but you know that. How could you do this, make me all mad? All of my feelings trying to distract. No one else hears me, only on tracks. No one else hears me, only on tracks. But then I remember that you always say I'm just a fly away, it's not the end. FaceTime me with brighter days, I'm in the end. So I'm booking tickets on my weekends. Oh, it's always been us against the world. Feel you from afar. Goodbyes can be so hard, yeah. And I'll be your girl. Never do we part. I'll find goodbyes. Goodbyes can be so hard, yeah. Tell me if you need me. You are, you'll always be mine, yeah. Tell me if you need me. You are, yeah.
Welcome back to It's Not a Label Off the Record Sessions. Today we're joined by the rootsy, soulful IYAMAH.
I love that.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good, thank
Long
you.
time no see.
I know. We go way back.
We go way back. We went to uni together, got some piercings she don't remember, but
I
it's
can't
fine.
believe that. My memory.
Memory. Are you enjoying our sunny day?
Yeah, I really am. I mean, I'm not going to lie, I am tired, but I'm not complaining about it because we like to be busy. And yeah, that's what I asked for. So yeah, I've been really busy recently, but it feels like it's the good kind of busy, good kind of tired.
Yeah, like feeding the soul.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Operating in purpose, feeding the soul.
Exactly.
We loved it. We love it. How did you get into songwriting? How did you become an artist? What's the start of your journey?
So I'd say I had a really creative upbringing. My mum, she was an artist herself, but a painter. So I was always in the studio with her, just drawing, making things. A lot of her friends were also creative people. So I call them all my aunties, my mum's friends. So like dancers, you know, that kind of stuff. So yeah, I was quite lucky in that way, and I was always singing. So like just copying sounds off the radio and just always humming and just always had melodies going on in my head. And I just found myself sort of, feeling like it was a kind of release for me, I guess, to sing. But I was really shy. I was really, really shy. I really didn't enjoy getting up and singing in front of people. If even like family friends would be like, oh, can you get up and give us a song? I'd be like, no. So it was just kind of like my little secret thing. I guess it was like a safe place for me. And yeah, I didn't really start writing until maybe 12, 13 when I started piano lessons, and it became like a diary. It became like a way, just to release how I was feeling. I feel like there was a lot going on that I felt I couldn't express by talking to people. So it was just a way of, like release for me. And of course, because my mum was creative, she always encouraged me to just do what I loved. But yeah, the confidence thing for me was definitely a bit of a block for me. So like, the last really few years, I mean, but throughout my whole career, the journey's really been about me facing that fear and sort of overcoming my confidence and all of that kind of stuff, really.
And do you remember any of the songs that you wrote from back then, or do you have any as like a sort of reference point?
Yeah, I actually have one tattooed, like the first song that I ever wrote, tattooed on my ribs. But it has a lot of meaning. It was actually when I lost one of my aunties who like really, she was a huge inspiration for me growing up. She was a dancer. She was also an artist. And she was like the only black woman that I had in my life growing up. So she really, really inspired me. And yeah, so it's some words that I found from her when she passed away. But yeah, they go, dance every day, stand more proudly, lighten your load, and don't tell me I've forgotten it. Lighten your load and listen to your heart.
Oh, nice.
They're a bit cheesy, but they come with like a lot of meaning. So
I don't think they're cheesy.
Yeah,
I think it's
like a beautiful cheese.
Yeah, it's a good little parmigiano, you know?
Exactly. Like, who doesn't like cheese?
Who doesn't like cheese?
Yeah.
Unless you're lactose intolerant, then we forgive you.
Sorry about that, guys. That cannot be me.
So you've had a lot of influences, and you mentioned your aunt that passed who was very impactful for you.
Yeah.
How was it like growing up being biracial in Brighton as opposed to, I don't know, London, you know?
Yeah, I'm glad this is a big question. I'm glad you asked because I haven't really spoken much about it. And I will say that I'll always love Brighton so much because I never questioned my race growing up at all. I think just because yes, it is primarily white, but it's so diverse in culture. So people really celebrate music, art, and because of that, there's such you're really embraced for who you are, and I think that I'm so grateful for that because, yeah, I really feel like I was accepted, and I never questioned, the way that I looked or anything like that. It wasn't until. So around the time that I was growing up in Brighton, it became really, really popular. People were moving down to Brighton and it got really, just like overpopulated to the point where it was really hard to get into good schools.
Okay.
So when I was trying to get into secondary school, I got given a not so great school that my mum didn't really want me to go to. And so we decided to move out of Brighton. And I went to a school in a village, which was just completely different to what I was used to. And I think that is where them 5 years that I was at school was where I really started to like become aware of, my skin and just the way that I looked, my hair, I didn't want to go in the sun. I became really like self-conscious just because I was different. And I guess like being quite a shy person inside, I already kind of didn't want to stand out. And then being the new girl and sort of having to walk in the room and people sort of like, asking you questions that you've never been asked before and stuff like that. So yeah, it definitely like brought up some insecurities for me. And so when we moved back to Brighton, I saw it in a different light. I kind of felt like, I've been through all these experiences with school. My relationship with Brighton kind of changed and I kind of went down a bit of a funny path for a while with dealing with the sort of like battles that I had internally. So when I moved to London, it was almost me like reclaiming my like self-acceptance and, wanting to be in a place that was even more culturally diverse. And so, yeah, when I moved to London, I was so happy to be here because it was just like, I'm around, incredible like hairstyles and fashion and music, and I felt like it was the first time that I was like really ready to like explore my identity. And yeah, that's what I love London so much for that reason. It's the best place to do that.
And how would you say your upbringing, say your mom, the people that you've been surrounded by, has influenced your sound coming to London, experiencing these different genres? How has that made IYAMAH's sound? How has that influenced your sound in the beginning, but also now as you've had a couple of projects out and you're on your latest EP? How would you say your sound has evolved?
Oh, it's evolved so much. I mean, yeah, I can say that I'm so lucky in the influences that I had growing up. My mum, she's not musical in the slightest, but she's got the most amazing music taste. Like, I'm talking like music from all around the world, like beautiful, like just the music she listens to is amazing. And every time I see her, she's like got some new, just like artists that I've never heard before, you know, so I'm grateful for that. And yeah, different genres as well. So like quite an eclectic taste. And then my dad, he was part of a sound system called King Tafari Love, which was like all reggae and dub music. My dad's not around anymore, but my uncle and the sound system's still going today.
Oh, nice.
And it's like, yeah, my uncle, he's a reggae MC.
Nice.
So like it's in my blood. So I think that like because of that, it was just inevitable. But yeah, my sound's evolved. So being in Brighton, I think when I came back to Brighton, well, I'd say when I had to go to the village, actually, that's when I really turned to music to write, because I felt just quite isolated and alone, and just like dealing with all of these sort of like identity stuff that I hadn't really faced before. That's when I started writing on the piano, very depressing, sad songs.
As you do.
But then when I moved back to Brighton, and I was sort of like more coming into my teens, like late teens, and the drum and bass scene turned into like, I got reached out by a drum and bass label, and I started writing to drum and bass music. So that was completely different again. And that really taught me about confidence and, you know, getting on stage and singing at these festivals and being able to still write vulnerable songs, but now it's to drum and bass tracks. So, you know, it's less, it doesn't feel as vulnerable. If you strip it away, it's still a soul song.
Yeah.
But it gave me, the confidence to be able to just sort of share, I guess. But then when I moved to London and sort of deciding I needed to find my own sound and my own voice, I guess it was kind of, finding that vulnerability again. But this time really doing it in a way that felt like, what's my sound? How can I take the reggae, the hip hop, the soul, the R&B, and still have that raw like edge from the like dub and the drum and bass? Like, how can I put that all into one? I'm still working on that now, but I think I'm getting closer and closer as time goes on.
Yeah, and I feel like you've incorporated all of those sounds into your own sound, because I hear you spitting bars, I hear you rapping, I hear you singing, I hear you like implementing all of the things that have sort of influenced you and making it your own. Like, you don't sound like you sound like you've been influenced by all these different people, but you very much sound like yourself. And I think that's a skill to have, because oftentimes artists imitate and get lost in imitation.
Yeah,
you know?
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, it's been really important for me, because I think, you know, obviously I do get compared. It's just something that happens as a woman, especially as a mixed race woman. I just feel like I've always been compared to other mixed race women. And it feels, it's been frustrating at times, because there's so many incredible, talented people that have their own voice, and there's space for everyone. But yet, you know, it feels like it's like there's only space for a few at the top, which I don't get that at all. So it has felt really important for me to find my own sound, just because I know that I have it. I know that it's there, and I know that I am a unique artist. And I can hear it in my head. So I think it's been more so about just finding the right people to work with, and people who also kind of want to be invested, but can also see it and hear it themselves as well.
So your single off grid, you speak of goodbyes. This is where you're spitting some bars. What is the song about? What are you telling us?
Off grid, so what inspired the song was actually when my mum moved to Portugal. It was kind of the realization. I think it brought up some abandonment issues
How dare you?
going on that were definitely like coming from the past. But I guess, like, you know, she's always been my rock, and she's always been my like person that, you know, she raised me on her own. It was always just me and her. So I think like when she moved away, it brought up some things that I didn't realize were there. But it also really inspired me, you know, because it was like, we get attached to not only people but places. And I think like previously I've always written about who I am, but in the writing of this project, it was really about where I am. And yeah, I think it's inspired me in a way that this idea of home and where home is, it changes, it moves, it's like it flows, and sometimes you have to just listen to where that calling is.
Yeah.
Off Grid was inspired by feeling like I've got a new home that isn't in the UK, you know?
Okay, yeah.
And like, yeah, kind of dealing with these feelings of like, I guess, solitude. And like befriending that, you know? Like, that's a really important thing, I think, to like really feel like, yeah, like I'm on my own in a way, but that's a beautiful thing, you know, because I've got myself. I've always got me. Wherever I go, I've always got me. So yeah, that was the inspiration behind Off Grid. And there's no abandonment issues now. I've definitely dealt with those things. Like I'm grateful to my mum for moving there because it's a beautiful place.
Yeah. I mean, it is a beautiful place. And when you speak of like home being a place, I think of my mum and my parents who migrated here from Uganda.
Yes.
And their home has always been there. So when they speak of home, they always say back there. Whereas for me, it's like my home in the conventional sense would be the home that we have here, but every time I go back I still have those feelings of home with them as well,
exactly,
in that place. So I don't think home is ever really home is in your body,
exactly. That's the thing. I mean, you know, home is where the heart is. It's such a like cliche thing, but it's so true, and it's one of those quotes that like over time you kind of understand what it truly means.
And you have a song called Sahuli.
Yeah.
Is that how I
you
say it?
You said it right.
Sahuli?
Most people, no one said it right so far.
Really?
So this is impressive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to me. What does Sahuli mean?
So Sahuli is actually a place that I stayed at when I went to Bali. It was a retreat that I stayed at when I went to Bali, and it was like more so about the mindset switch that I had when I was there. It was sort of the first time that I was starting to think, yeah, it's really important for me as a creative person that I need to travel. I've always travelled a lot throughout my life, big ups to my mum, but I think it really clicked then. It was kind of the first time that I took myself away and was like, the intention behind me travelling isn't about running away from anything right now. This is about me really, really sitting with myself, being present. What do I really want from this? Getting inspiration. This is for my writing. This is for me as an artist. But yeah, for my soul, you know, I need to feed my soul. So yeah, it was sort of one of the first songs that I wrote from this EP actually. And yeah, sort of letting go of relationships that weren't serving me anymore and choosing myself.
I feel like that's the what is it, Saturn return?
Oh,
the
yeah.
Saturn return of it all.
Yes.
Like you just start to realize there are habits and versions of yourself that you just need to stop.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, like patterns, behaviors, all of that kind of stuff. And that's another reason why I need to change where I am, because sometimes it is your surroundings that keep you trapped in these
cycles.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. So we're going to get into some music.
Okay.
So, thank you for looking into It's Not a Label Off the Record sessions here with IYAMAH. Please check out her Chapter 5 EP and like, share, subscribe, follow, share with a friend of a friend, family, ex, co-worker.
Yeah.
Come back. We're doing it all for you.
Take it or leave it. cause she knows, hey, love me or leave me. Flow with me, dance with me, move with me like the ocean does its shores. No reason to lose myself over you. I gave my all, let me feeling used, believing I couldn't be, possibly, surely not anything good on my own. But when I think about myself, who I was, how I grew up, I could see I was lost, trying to find a way out, trying to find a purpose, trying to find someone to hold. But then again, only child coped till she hoped for the only road left was to roam. Yeah, yeah.